Hey guys, this is my updated review of the Mitakon 25mm f/0.95. I wanted to update this review with some actual footage I've taken with this lens along with plenty of sample shots. But before we get to that, let's jump into the build quality real quick. Now it's metal all the way from the mount to the filter threads. This is a fully manual lens. There's no electronic contact between the lens and the camera, so you don't get any aperture reporting or any other EXIF data. The focus ring has a moderate throw on it. The aperture ring has a pretty short throw and it's clickless, which is good news for video. You can see in this shot here I'm varying the aperture and it just very smoothly changes the amount of light coming in, and you can kind of get just smooth transitions with it. My only complaint about these rings is the fact that they can be a little bit gritty sometimes, and I think that's just par for the course with any of these cheap Chinese manual lenses. The other issue I have with it is the fact that this aperture ring can get very easily bumped and get off of that 0.95, and I'll look down, it's over here or it's over here. Let's get into some still samples first. Here's a shot I took inside the arcade building in Columbia, South Carolina. Let's go ahead and look at a center crop. Now this was taken at f/0.95. And now let's look at a corner crop. Alright, let's see that same shot again, but this time taken at f4. And a center crop. And a corner crop. So what these samples tell me, and what some of the other shots I've actually taken tell me, are that this lens never really gets super sharp in the corners, and that's fine. The type of lens this is, it's made for dreamy, out-of-focus backgrounds, a cinematic look, portraits, subject isolation. This is not a macro lens, this is not a architecture lens. So if you accept that limitation, you'll actually be rewarded with very sharp central performance on this lens. Now let's quickly get into video. Here is a clip of me walking through the arcade building using only the in-body stabilization on the G85. And you can see it does a pretty decent job smoothing out any motion, any up and down movement of me walking. Alright, let's go ahead and go into a slideshow of still photos. These are some of my favorite shots I've taken with this lens. And you can see it just really gives a nice atmospheric effect. This lens, I really think it closes the gap between micro four thirds and larger formats like Sony, APS-C, Fujifilm, and maybe even full frame. If you work correctly with this lens and use it to its full effect, you'll get footage pretty close to what you would typically see from a full frame camera, because you're letting so much light in, you're able to keep those ISOs down on your video and get a good clean feed, and you're getting the thin depth of field. So for all these reasons and more, this is really one of my favorite lenses for micro four thirds, and I'm glad to have it in my kit. It's available for between $350 and $400. I actually bought this one used on eBay for only $250, so it was really a no-brainer. But yeah, I really like it. Check it out. Alright, thanks for watching.